Picture ASL Communication Board. The desired item is selected and affixed to complete the communicative sentence, reinforced with the ASL sign for the desired object. Under each pictorial representation is a picture of the ASL sign as well as a written representation of the word. I had a nonverbal ASD diagnosed student move into my classroom last year from a neighboring state. She is very bright and engaging. Shortly after acclimating to a new setting, we began to recognize nonverbal communications, primarily with eye gaze and facial expressions. We, as teachers and SLPs, provided pictorial selections to work on requests through PECS and provided pictures and signs. Later, we reinforced this by incorporating ASL, and we observed a quick connection and preference for ASL. By the end of the school year, we began to observe purposeful use of ASL. However, she remained dependent on verbal prompts to perform the sign. Student has already been practicing the I want phrase, picture, and sign to communicate her wants, needs, and desires. It is my intention to build on the prerequisite exposure and expand on her communicative skills. I am choosing activity breaks that I feel will encourage her to participate in engagement with and to promote stronger desire to engage. The idea is for her to select the picture of the desired activity and affix it to the blank in the sentence strip. Once she has done this, she will be prompted by her teachers to make the request in the form of a sentence using ASL. The board provides pictorial representations, printed name representations, and the correlated ASL sign. Repeated exposure will ideally provide the opportunity to make the cause and effect connection, subsequently promoting spontaneous exchanges, ultimately establishing a mode of communication. My goal is to eventually fade the pictorial representations and verbal prompts, solely relying on ASL to make the request. It has been my experience that students I observe with autism spectrum disorder are unique and make connections in their own way. It requires a great deal of trial and error to discover effective strategies, especially concerning nonverbal students. So they should be offered various opportunities. We were ecstatic when student demonstrated the connection she made last year, and I am very excited to see her build on these prerequisites. My goal is that this will lead to an established form of purposeful communication to make students' wants, needs, desires known, ultimately improving her and her family's quality of life. This AAC device was relatively inexpensive to create. I did get my picture symbols from LessonPix, which my school has a subscription to. I think that would be the most costly investment. However, I'm sure there are clip art alternatives. Otherwise, the materials were easily accessible and only required a colored printer, cardboard, construction paper, Velcro, and a hot glue gun. I prefer these types of creations as they can be easily and affordably replicated as to use at home as well. It will be kept in close proximity to the student for easy and hopefully spontaneous access.